In this video, we're going to have a look at completing a couple of tasks using ChatGPT and WooCommerce. So standard WooCommerce shop. I have code snippets installed to handle the snippets of code that we're going to create. So let's head back to the shop, and maybe one of the first things we want to do is change the add to cart button text. So let's change the add to cart button text to something like buy me. So I'm here in ChatGPT. So I'm going to say in WooCommerce, change the add to basket text to buy me. And let's have a look and see what happens. So because I didn't say write a function, it's first going to explain that you can do that. And then it's going to create the two filters. One is for the single product. You'll see here that we have the product add to cart text and then also the single product. So that'll handle the archive and that will handle the single product page. So let's just copy that code and then head over to snippets. Let's add a new snippet and let's call it Woo snippets. We'll paste that in. We'll save the changes and activate. Then we'll head over to the website and refresh, and you can see now that the buy me button is visible. I'll head over to the single product and you'll see now that buy me is visible in the single product. If you wanted to create a snippet that had separate text then for the archive view and the single product view, then maybe what you could do is, and let's generate a new snippet. So I'm going to head over here and I'm going to copy the snippet that I had before and paste that in, and I'll say in the WooCommerce archive view, change the add to basket text to buy me, and on the single product page, and I'll just copy and paste this, change the add to basket text to, let's say, buy me now. Right, and we'll punch that in. Right, I could have started it with write a function first, which would then eliminate the text that we're seeing now, but being that as it may, and you can see now that the filters are being added, and you'll see now that there's a function for each of those filters now to cater to the add to cart button. So I'm going to head over to snippets. I'm going to replace what I had before. We'll head over to the website and we won't see a change initially because we've said buy me, but when I go into the single product page, it now says buy me now. So you can see how easy that was. And we'll just head back to the shop and let's try it on something different. Let's take a logo collection, and you'll see that even with the logo collection, which is group products, we have buy me now on the single product page, and back in the shop, we have the buy me button. We're now going to look at changing the sale text, which is this text over here. So I'm going to head over to ChatGPT, and what I'm going to do now is start with write a function in WordPress, and then we're going to say change the sale, let's put that in inverted commas, sale text in WooCommerce to read on sale. So it's just a small change, and let's see how that does. So we'll see now. Right, so you'll see now the preamble is a lot shorter, and it's now going to change that text from sale to on sale. And what we'll do is copy that code, head over to our code snippet. We'll paste that in. I'm going to hit the save changes, head over to WooCommerce, refresh, and as you can see, that hasn't worked the way that we wanted. It just says sale. So let's have a look at the function, and it does say custom sale text, translated text, add the full tag, get text. Right, so if it doesn't work, what you can do is have a look at your prompt and see if there's a better way of writing the prompt. So let's use the same idea and see if we can get a better result. So write a function in WordPress, and in WooCommerce, change the, and let's get the exact text. So sale with exclamation mark. So change the sale text in the archive view to read on sale. Let's have a look and see if we get anything different. So we should see the function, and you'll see now that it's already different. If you have a look here, we had custom sale text. This looks at translated text, and here you're looking at price and product. So you can already see that this is a different function. So that's just to highlight that the way that you write your prompt does make a difference to the output. And if I paste that in now and I save the changes, can I head over to the website, refresh? Maybe that was me. Let's have a look. No, is on sale. So it's so you'll see here that what it's saying here is that there's an undefined method in WordPress post, and it is on sale. So might just be that it needs to be on sale. Let's have a look. No, that's also not going to work. So once again, back to the drawing board here. If product, so right, so that didn't work. So let's continue then with our prompt. So let's just make it clearer then. Write a function in WordPress. Okay, and what we'll do there is check if a product is on sale. If it is on sale, change the text sale to on sale. Right, so we'll just have a look at getting a slightly different function going here. So if we have a look at this one, you'll see that it's still different to the previous functions that we had. So I'm going to copy that, replace that function that wasn't working. We'll save the changes. And right, so if you have a look here, you'll see that the function keeps returning back with that information. So let's have a look in Google in the normal search. Then product is on sale, and so you can see here that the product is on sale. This is not the WooCommerce site, but it has been used before, and it seems to be that there are some issues with that, with the value that's returned. So let's have a look here. No, nothing was found. Is on sale. So is on sale. Returns whether or not a product is on sale. Right. So for some reason, called undefined. So it's obviously being called in the right. So it may not be the is on sale, but it may well be that we just need to add something else to the function. Right. So let's go back to the shop. Okay. So there you can see that the function, we just needed to add the global product variable in here so that when it checked the if product is on sale, it would actually get the product information. But so you'll see now that the products that are on sale, but they're obviously now not wrapped in the same styling as previously shown. So what that does mean that we can go back here, and what we can do is try the other functions now that we know what we need to adjust, and see if we can get a better outcome. So let's have a look. Right, so now we've got a better outcome using one of those. So now it says on sale, and then of course we can now change that to whatever we want. So sometimes you will have to just do small adjustments. Right, so there we have the on sale now, and we'll go back to the shop, and we have the on sale now displaying instead of sale. If you wanted to add the categories that a product belongs to below the title of each product, let's have a look at that. So I'm going to head over here to WooCommerce, and we'll say a function in WordPress or WooCommerce. Add the category names with the link to the category below the product title in the WooCommerce archive view. And let's have a look and see what we get back. Right, so let's see, this will be interesting. So it does return the categories, returns the terms, does add the link. Right, even adds a class, and it adds the action. Right, so let's copy that code. We're going to head over to our snippets. We'll paste that in. Let's save the changes. Refresh. And okay, it didn't add it below the title. It added it above the title, but you can see the categories are inserted. If I click on music, I go through to the music category, accessories, through to the accessory category. So that was pretty easy. If we go and have a look at our snippet, you'll see that we have this priority number here, which is a 5, which is very low. So if we were to change that to 15, taking that 10 is the default, then when we head back here, we should see that we can now just move the accessories below the title. So that's how easy it is then to add the accessory names to the products in the archive view. We're now going to have a look at adding a message or a banner below or after the fourth item. So if we have a look here, we'd like to have a message here between these two rows, and it'll say something like, check out our products for sale. So to do that, I'm going to head over here to ChatGPT and write a function in WordPress for WooCommerce. If you want to create a second row in ChatGPT, just hold down the Shift key and normally Shift Enter. Let's have a look here. I'm just going to stop that from generating. Shift Enter will drop down to the second row. So the first thing we need to do is write the function, and then in the archive, or let's say on the category or main shop archive, insert, let's say insert a message after the fourth product. Message to read, check out the products on sale. Background red, text in white. So let's have a look and see what we get. So let's save and submit that. Right, so we can see how it's checking if it's the shop or the product category. It's checking the loop. It's saying after the fourth item, add in that message. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to head over to our snippets here. I'm going to paste that in. We're going to save the changes, and let's head over to the website and refresh. And you'll see that the item has been added. Here we see it after the fourth product, but it's not in its own row. Now, if I inspect that, what I'm going to see here is that that is now fitting in just before this closing li tag. So what I need to do is put an li tag in just before my p tag. What I could do is actually change that p tag as well. But what I'm going to do then, first of all, is just head over here to that snippet. And what I'm going to do before that message, I'm just going to close off the li tag or the ordered list tag. And now when I refresh, you will see now that the message fits in. And what I'm going to do is just inspect the element. And you'll see now that it fits kind of between the two elements. So that's closing, but there's then we have the P. So now if I wanted that to fill the space all the way across the page, what I can do then is you'll see here then I can just come in and do a width of 100%. What I can also do is change that P tag to a div tag maybe. Right, and I'm going to clear both as well. Clear both will just make sure that this element is independent of the others around it. So now when I refresh, we should see there we have the item as we wanted. And I can keep on going, doing it this way where I go to and fro, check, check, check with what I'm doing. But what I can also do is in the prompt when it comes to the styling, I can add a bit more information there. So what I'm going to do then is copy that prompt across here. Now what I'm going to do is tell it to wrap the message in div tags. I'm going to say, I didn't want that to run straight away. Got to be careful of the enter key here. So I'll just say stop generating. Add padding of, let's say, 15 pixels. Bottom margin, let's make that 20 pixels. And we could also do something like border radius 10 pixels. Right, so let's have a look and see how that works then if we include the styling with our prompt. So we'll just check here. It should first check for archive. If it's a category shop, that's right. There's the loop. It's wrapped it in a div. I should have specified a width of 100% as well. But okay, let's copy that and paste that in. Save the changes. Head over to the website, refresh, and there you can see that it's been inserted. It looks much better with the padding and stuff. And now what I'm going to do is just add clear both. And what I'm also going to do is a width of 100% and then text align center. So if I covered all the bases, we could have done that all inside the prompt. Be better to transfer those styles across to a class though, instead of doing it inside the function. And also what we need to do is just add that closing /li. And that'll make sure that this drops down to the next row, and then refresh. And there we have it. That's dropped down, and check out the products on sale. So that's now on the shop page. If I want to adjust the spacing there, that is of course linked to these elements. So if we have a look, you'll see that each item in the shop has a margin at the bottom of 5 EM. So we just need to adjust that, but that we could do in the style sheet. So that would be pretty simple to do, something like that, and then just copy and paste that into your style sheet. Maybe I'll just do that. So in this case, what I would do is head over to Customize, head down to Additional CSS, pop that in, and we only need the margin bottom, so I can remove everything else. Of course, that's going to apply now to all the rows. So anyway, so that's just to give you an idea of how it works. You can, of course, play around with how you want that to look, maybe make it a bit wider. So there we have it on the shop page. Let's have a look at a categories page. So on the categories page, there we have that element. And let's have a look and see what happens if we're in a category that doesn't have as many items. So after only the 2 items, so the banner doesn't appear across the entire width of the page. Head back to the shop. And of course, you could put anything you wanted into that space. In this case, we're just putting in a simple message. And in a similar way, we could restrict this to specific categories. So if we wanted to do that, then what we can do is copy our prompt, pop that in there, and then what we'll do and say if on the category or main shop archive, what we can say on the category archive for accessories, insert a message after the 4th product, and that would basically then just check that it is, and you'll see now when it outputs the function that it will now check. Instead of checking here if it is the shop or product category, here it's going to say if is product category accessories, then output the information. So all I would need to do if I wanted to change that then is just copy this row of code, head over here to the function, just replace that line, save the changes, refresh, so that will go away. And then if I go into the accessories category, you'll see that it's back. Right, so that's how you can insert anything below different rows inside the archive view. So you could do something after the 4th row, after the 8th row, or sorry, after the 4th product. So we know that there are 4 products across, so we do it in the 4s. And you could do something after the first 4, do something different after the second 4. So let's have a look and see how that would look. So I'm going to take the prompt and I'll just do it for the main shop archive because that has enough rows. So here we have the prompt, and then I'll just say, so what we said here, message after the 4th product, and let's say, and after, or even better, we could say after every 4 products. And let's have a look if that will space it correctly then, so that that would work. So let's have a look and see how that works. So then it would just repeat it after every row. Right, you'll see there's a slight difference here in the way that it's outputting where to insert the code. So we'll copy that. We'll head over here. We'll paste that in. Then what I'm going to do is comment out the previous one. And the only reason I'm doing that is just so that I can copy this line across because it includes all the styling that we want. And we'll paste that in. Save the changes. Head over and let's see. And now there you have it. After every row of products, we have this additional banner that appears, which is really cool. And then I can go over to a category and head back to the shop. If you wanted to change the message for each of those, let's have a look and see how we could do that. So maybe what I'll do then is let's copy that prompt across. And now what we'll say here, after every 4 products, and what we'll do now, where we have the background red, so let's say text in white, and what we'll say the first insert red background, and stop generating. Second inserted, let's go blue. Not sure that's going to be the right prompt, but let's see if it will then alternate between them. Right, so there it's generating the code. And already there you can see the change. So, right, let's copy that code. I'm going to head over here and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. Um, so I'll just extend that comment or comment out that code up to there. And then here I'll insert the new code. Now you'll see here that there is a change here with the background color. So what I'll do is I'm just going to copy the closing li to there. And then what I'll do is I'll just have a look at everything after border radius. I'll just copy and paste that in here. Right, so let's see how that works. I think that's all correct. And now when we have a look, we should have alternating rows. There you go. So there we have the blue row, the red row, the blue row, the red row. So in the prompt we said the first insert red background, second inserted blue background. So first we said red. Now if we wanted to change that because it's done it blue-red, so we can just head over here, and what we'll do is we'll just change these two around, and then we'll go red, blue, save the changes, refresh. Now we've got red, blue, red, blue. So that's how you can insert a different colored background. And if you wanted to change the message every 2 times, then we would look at something similar. So if I copy that, and now what I'm going to do is message to read, check out the products on sale. So now we'll say in the first insert the message to read, check out the products on sale, and then in the second insert the message to read, don't check out the products on sale. Right, let's have a look and see how that pans out. Right, and the reason I'm copying the complete prompt down and not just saying add to the previous prompt is just so that if I wanted to save this, that I would have all the different options saved in one prompt as opposed to building on previous prompts. So now you'll see that we have this a whole different setup over here. So I'll copy that. I'm going to head over here to my snippets. And what I'm going to do then is just comment out this one. Okay, so now it's getting a little bit more complicated. And you'll see here now that it's catering for the different messages. And once again, and it's using, okay, so it's quite simple. We can then just do that in the beginning, and then everything after border radius of 10 pixels, clear both width, align center. We'll just add that in again, and that's it. And let's go with the blue, red, save the changes, head over to the website, refresh. Right, so don't check out the products on sale, check out the products on sale, don't check them out, check them out. So that's how you can, using a couple of prompts and AI, insert, yeah, a message in a row below each row of products. Super. We're now going to have a look at how we can add a prefix to a category title. So if I head over here to accessories, maybe what I want to do is add a prefix, say the best accessories, or let's say latest accessories. And in order to do that, then I'm going to head over to ChatGPT and write a function in WordPress for WooCommerce. and we're going to say add a prefix to the accessor. No, let's just get the right name. So accessories, right, to the accessories archive, to the accessories or category. Add a prefix to the accessories category. The prefix text is the best. And what I'm going to do is also add some styling maybe. And what I'll do is I'll just say padding of 10 pixels. Let's say background red. Let's go background of red. Text in white. And let's go with a border radius of 10 pixels. So let's have a look and see if it's going to build that out and add that prefix. So we'll pop that in. Let's give it a little bit of time. Right, so there we can see it identifying the category and there's the message. So what I'm going to do then is copy that code, head over to our snippets and just paste that in at the bottom, save the changes, and let's have a look at our accessories category. Right, so there you go, the best accessories, nice, big and bold. Now, maybe we don't want that to be visible all the time, so maybe we want that to be visible between certain dates. So let's have a look. Today's the 27th of March. So what I'm going to do now is just copy that and paste that in there, and I'll just say if today's date is between, and I'll just do it first so that we're in the date range, 25 April and let's say 1 May. Then add a prefix. So let's do that and just have a look at the dates that it puts in. So let's have a look here. So there you can already see that it's calculating the date in the right format with a start date and an end date. So the first time we copy and paste this in, it'll work. And then what I'm going to do is just change those dates, and then of course it shouldn't work. So the nice thing is that once we have the code inside our snippet, then right, so that we can just change the dates inside that snippet. So I'm going to head over here to the category, the best accessories. So for some reason it's changed something. Span. So what's nice now is that I can go back and just check the previous prompt and see what is different. So in this case, it's just added, and I wonder why. Okay, so this is going to invariably happen. So it looks as though I think we'll find that the span is the same, and return the title, and so you'll see here immediately that after the span, it included the title, and let's just have a look. Title. So you can see that the prefix is slightly different and that it doesn't include title. So what we can do is we can just head over here, add in title, and then here we'll do just add the title in again there. Right, so now what should happen is that should work as before. So let's save those changes, head over, and now we should have the best accessories appearing in the right place again. Okay, still not. So sometimes with the prompts, we are going to get these slight differences. Let's just have a look. So what I'll do then is copy that function across. In a case like this, it might be a case of just combining the two, and I can refresh. That's how we'd like it to be. And then we can just add the date information. So here it's just added the dates. So we'll just add the dates in before. We can just paste those in there. And then you'll see if, and now the if statement just includes the date element. So we'll copy that. Right, then we'll save the changes, head over to the website, refresh, and right, so that's working. And then if we change the date, so if I change it to after today, for example, so if I say the 20, if the start date is the 28th, so that would be a date in the future. Then we just go to accessories. If I come back, let's make the starting date today. We'll see how that affects it. And there it's back. So that's pretty much how you can then add a different prefix for each category. So if I wanted to add something, let's have a look here. Say, let's go to music, for example. So here I am, and I wanted to add a prefix for music. I don't have to do another prompt. I can quite easily come down, copy this function. So paste that in. I do need to change it though. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just underscore music, copy that. Remember to change it here in the filter as well. And then instead of the best, we might say something like listen to, and save the changes and then refresh. And now, other thing to do, of course, is to make sure that it's music. So we just change the category name that is here under has term. We'll save the changes. And now under music, we will have listen to music. And if we go back to my shop, go back to my accessories, there we have the best accessories. So this is how you could essentially, add prefixes to your messages. How does that look from a structure perspective? So if I expect that, you'll see now that we have the page title. So it's wrapped in the H1 tag. There we have the best, and there we have accessories. So you can see that this is added as a span just before the word accessories, but also wrapped then in the H1 title tag. And that's then pretty much how you can add a prefix to your categories in WooCommerce with the AI.